Well, I did it. 30 videos in 30 days. And I imagined that this was going to be a celebration lap. I thought I'd be all happy and telling you how it went and everything, which I will, but my spirit is crushed. There's a giant weight pressing down upon my body, and I don't know how to explain it or describe it, but I'll try. I'll give it my best. The whole reason I made this channel was in response to all the AI slop, because YouTube was completely inundated with all this AI garbage, and I was sick of it. So I wanted to make something real, something human, something you could connect with. So I made this channel with the pillars of authenticity and connection, being a human presence, somewhere where people can go and just see another person. But it turns out that AI thing, it was just kind of a phase, and now it's gone. I don't see that AI slop anymore. I guess YouTube did a good job of cleaning it all up. So I guess it doesn't really need me so much anymore. It's just a person as a human. You know, there's plenty of other humans. There's a lot of humans making stuff. So what does it need me for? My voice, my individual perspective. Yeah, there's some interesting things in there, but on YouTube, what really matters is how you look, your presentation, you know, and I'm maybe a bit interesting looking, but my presentation isn't exactly top notch or anything, but I don't know. If my pillars are authenticity and connection, then I can't really do that because, well, let's start with authenticity. I can't really be authentic because a lot of the times things that are authentically bothering me, I can't exactly talk about because they are personal topics, like things in my personal life, and I'm not comfortable sharing that stuff because this is public on the internet and I don't know who will see it or what will happen, how it will get around. So I can't be totally authentic. The idea was that I'd be authentic and that I'm more authentic than all these people that are just reading from scripts and they're doing a video like they rehearsed it, they put it all together. I'm being authentic because I'm speaking off the top of my mind and just trying to speak as a person. And I can be authentic about some of my deeply held beliefs and perspectives and philosophies, things that I think that are very unique and unusual. And I tell you about that stuff authentically, but I can't be really authentic in terms of how I feel in all things, which is maybe a bit too bad because that's what YouTube really rewards. They reward you telling it really how it is, like really what you feel, being all the way authentic. It just encourages you to keep pushing it and pushing it. The drama, if you can create drama, like human passion, like anger and being distressed and crying and all this stuff, YouTube loves that stuff. It'll promote you like crazy, or maybe just people will watch it like crazy. So it really promotes drama, which is fine. You know, I can express some emotions here and there, but I don't want to fall into this trap of just chasing the drama engagement by like revealing the most intimate details about my life and about people and all this stuff. It just doesn't seem wise to me. I don't want to go there. And YouTube will keep tempting you, you know, push it further, be more extreme, catch people's attention. It's this big attention competition. You need to be the one to get the attention. And a reliable way to do that is drama. Be more emotional, more engaging. At some level, you end up pushing it on purpose for the attention, and then you're not authentic anymore. So you can't be authentic because you don't want to overshare, and you also can't be authentic because you're tempted to overshare or exaggerate things. You see what I mean? It's so hard to be authentic on this platform. So I noticed in the past when I was making videos that I would seem to get shadow banned, like my impressions would drop to like 20 to 50 impressions, which is really low on YouTube. And I wouldn't understand why. So my idea was maybe it's because I was inconsistent, because I was uploading videos only when I had an idea, when I thought of something really interesting, and I wanted to share that. And because I kept getting weirdly restricted, I thought, okay, maybe YouTube doesn't like that I'm so unpredictable. Like I keep uploading at different times, different lengths. So maybe I should be more predictable. So I did this experiment to do 30 videos in 30 days. And I thought that would help the algorithm. I made a video talking about how the algorithm is your real audience, not actual people, because you don't have reliable subscribers that'll keep coming back all the time, because your exposure is through the like homepage, really, not through subscriptions page. So I did this 30-day challenge, uploading every day, trying to figure out if YouTube would reward that, if they'd start seeing things your way and giving you an actual audience if you show up regularly, if you make a show every day consistently. But the problem with doing that is then I became noticeably less authentic. Because before I was posting when I had something really important I wanted to share, something that was really meaningful, and I really had the interest and the passion to make a video. But with this 30 days thing, yeah, it's still stuff that I was passionate about. It's still stuff that I wanted to share. But that deadline came every single day. Every day, every day, every day, every day. You got to come up with something new. And so there were times where I felt rushed, where I felt pressured, where I wasn't in the mood, where I didn't feel like I had something really to talk about, but I just made a video anyway. And maybe I leveraged what I was feeling. Maybe I complained about what I was feeling. Or maybe I just came up with some topic quickly. Maybe people could sense that the topics weren't as genuine, as authentic. So maybe that would explain why there was a trail off. Because, well, how can I describe what happened? At first, YouTube really rewarded me a lot. Because before I was only getting like 10 views or less on a video. And then when I started doing every day, I started getting more and more and more. So my graph, they show you all these graphs. The graph of my views and subscribers was steadily growing. And I thought, this is great. This is how it's supposed to be. I'm slowly building up the audience. And I started at like 10 subscribers or something, and I got up to like 50 subscribers. I was so proud of myself. That was awesome. And the views would increase, and I thought everything's going great. But at some point, after maybe 20 days or so, then I hit that wall again, where the algorithm decided it didn't like me anymore, or whatever happened. Maybe the videos weren't as heartfelt. I mean, I felt like they were pretty heartfelt still. But I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened, because it went back to the same thing where I only got 20 to 50 impressions. I only got 1, 2, 3 views from my most loyal subscribers that watch all the videos. And I really appreciate you guys quite a lot. It's just so frustrating, man. This YouTube algorithm, I don't understand it. I don't understand what I need to do, because I did this experiment. I did that every single day. And it seemed to pay off. It seemed to work for a while. And then it just stopped again. And now it's back down. And I'm wondering if what's happening is like this push-pull thing that I've talked about in the past, where YouTube does this on purpose. It does this push-pull. It gives you an audience and takes it away. It gives you an audience and takes it away. So it's like pressing on you in this like slow, methodical way that wears you down over time. And it also plays with your emotions, because it's like a slot machine. It's like gambling. You see, oh, did I get the views today? Oh, did I not get the views today? And it seems to be completely out of your control. You might tweak things here and there. You might slightly improve. Oh, improve 1% every day. You know what I mean? But even if you do that, you try to improve, that doesn't predict what the results will be. The results are still random seeming. They're the result of the whims of the algorithm. So it might be promoting you for a while, and you get comfortable and you think the things I'm doing is good. But then it restricts you and think, oh, maybe the things I'm doing are bad. And there's no feedback. There's no consistency. You can make the same kind of content, but your reach gets restricted, or your reach has a huge burst and you don't know why, because you didn't do anything different with that video. So YouTube's become basically a big slot machine. A lot of things in modern technological life are becoming that way, more gambly, more random. For the viewer, because the algorithm's feeding you, you're hoping to get a fun, interesting new video, and that's like random. It's like a slot machine. And as a creator, you're hoping your video will perform well and get good views. And again, that's random, like a slot machine, and it makes you keep coming back. It's like this compulsive behavior. And that's what YouTube wants. They want you to be addicted, to keep coming back. And one way to do that is through this intermittent reinforcement, this slot machine behavior. And that's both on the viewer side and as the creator side. The viewer keeps coming back because they don't know what they're going to get. The creator keeps making new things because they don't know how their next video is going to do. They want to see how it does, kind of like a slot machine. So for all those reasons, I can't really make things authentically because I'm not just speaking from my heart, knowing that I'm going to have a reliable audience, people that found me because they enjoy my content, they like listening to me for whatever reason. It's not that. It's like this slot machine thing. Like, is this next video going to reach anybody or not? And you keep checking the numbers and trying to figure it out. And it creates this like policeman in your head where you're wondering, did I do something wrong? Do I need to do better? Do I need to get better equipment? Do I need to have more engaging topics? And then it gets you pressing in different directions, doing these like tests, like, will people like this? Will people like that? Do I need to be more extreme? Do I need to engage more, have more retention, follow these stats and everything? It's exhausting. It's exhausting. It's not natural. And I don't approve. I don't like it. I don't like doing this. I'm not going to continue the everyday thing because the whole reason I did it was for the algorithm, to see if the algorithm would reward that behavior. And it did partially, like halfway through. But then in the second half, it restricted me again. And it was just like I was before the 30-day challenge even started. And I could like run around in circles and say, why was it? Did I do something wrong? But I don't want to play that game because I don't think I did. I think it's just YouTube messing with the creators to try to get them addicted. And I see what they're doing. I can see through that. And I don't want to participate anymore. So I'm going to go back to what I used to be doing. Just upload when I have something that I really am passionate about and want to share. Not every day. Because I would keep doing that every day if it was rewarded. If I'm doing a consistent show and people like what they see, they check in every day and I have this consistent audience, sure, I'd be happy to do that every day. Even if I didn't feel up to it, I'm a very committed person, a very conscientious person that will stick to what he says. So I would have done it every day. But because the audience is not reliable, then there's just no motivation to do it. There's no reason to do it. I don't want to participate in the slot machine. And it's not the audience themselves. It's not you guys. It's not like I'm angry because people didn't watch my videos or something. It's the algorithm. It's YouTube. YouTube is squarely to blame. This was already exposed when I did my experiment on Rumble, where I got tons and tons of views compared to YouTube when I had no established audience at all. So Rumble does a much better job as far as showing you to new people. YouTube plays all these games with you, and it's worn me out. It's worn me down. And I think they're trying to get me compulsively checking back, but I don't want to play that anymore. So in the future, I'll just do more creative things, more things that I feel like doing, and not try to do what I think the algorithm wants exactly. So did the experiment succeed or fail? I mean, it kind of succeeded because it got me up from 10 subscribers to 50 subscribers. But it kind of failed because my new videos only get 1, 2, or 3 views. So those 50 subscribers aren't like reliable people that watch or anything like that. So at the end of the day, it just becomes like a score. Like, oh, I got 50 points on my score, but that doesn't mean anything. I didn't get an audience. I didn't get people that really connect with what I'm talking about and keep coming back for more. Maybe there's audience fatigue. Maybe they're sick of listening to me, which I can understand. You come too often every single day, they might get tired of it. That's fine. I get tired of people too that I watch. I stop watching after a while, so I understand how it goes. But you'd expect like a turnover, like new people coming in when old people leave. If some old people are sick of me, some new people have never seen me before, and maybe they'd be interested in some stuff I talk about. So that's what I'd kind of expect. But if I'm not seeing that, then it just feels like YouTube is playing mind games with me or something. So I already talked about authenticity, where I felt like I couldn't be as authentic as I wanted to. There's also not as much need for authenticity because all the AI slop has been cleaned up, so it's not really in high demand anymore. And I also wanted to talk about authenticity, and what was the other one? Connection. I can't really connect with people. Well, first of all, people don't really come back so much. Just because they subscribe doesn't mean they're coming back, because people don't sit on their subscriptions feed to watch you. They watch you from their homepage. So if YouTube doesn't feed you to them, they're not going to be coming back. So how can you make a connection with somebody that doesn't come back? Now, there are a handful of people that keep coming back. I have maybe 3 or 4 or 5 people that consistently comment, and I appreciate them so much. Thank you guys so much. You guys are awesome. And I do feel like I'm building up some level of connection, because I kind of can recognize their personality and see the things that they're interested in. But it's not real connection. It's not real human connection, because we're in this one-way mirror situation. You can see me and see me talking, and you can come and go as you please. You know, it's very non-committal. You can take me or leave me. You can watch this video and not that video, which is all great and cool, but it doesn't really foster real connection, like real human connection. A real human connection would be like a two-way street. It would be like people in the real world talking to each other, bouncing ideas off each other, going back and forth. That would be a real connection. And what we have on YouTube, it's like a simulated connection. It's not real. It's like a fake connection, because you see me and it looks like I'm talking to you directly, but you don't have a good way to really talk back other than the comments. And I did a live stream a couple of times. I did one major live stream, and one of my viewers stopped in and chatted to me for a while, for like an hour, over an hour. So that was awesome. That was really cool. And we got a little bit of that back and forth. I got to know this person a little bit better. But it's a drop in the bucket, you know. It's not real connection. It's not really building an audience. It's sort of like this fake one-way connection. And so for those reasons, I feel like my channel's purposes of authenticity and connection are not going as well as I hoped, and that's disappointing and frustrating to me. So I guess another part of my channel was just sort of like exposure therapy. Like, I wanted to be able to talk about and present some of these ideas that I just held to myself for many years as isolated, an outsider, a loner. For a very long time, I didn't really speak my mind to anybody. And now I've gotten the opportunity. I've been able to speak and talk about a lot of the things that are interesting and important to me. And a few people have heard those things. And I guess it's a little disappointing that that didn't result in like people catching on and really being engaged, because I thought, since I'm eccentric, I'm strange, I have unusual ideas, that people would see those ideas and think, oh, very interesting. I'd like to watch more. I'd like to hear more about what this guy thinks. But that didn't really happen, because who am I? You know, I'm nobody. I'm just Ryan. I'm just some guy. I might be a little strange, and people might not have been able to see me before, but now they can see me a little bit. I'm sort of like an exhibit at the zoo, like a zoo animal. Like, people pass by and they're like, oh, what's that interesting thing? And they look for a little bit and they see me moving around and doing the dance. And they're like, okay, well, let's move on to the next exhibit. And they go on to the next YouTube channel. You know, it's not so compelling as I thought it might be, where they really stay and they like form a connection. It's not really like that. It's like this one-way mirror zoo exhibit, and people just move on, which is fine. I don't blame them. I can see how it works. I can understand how it's just a big zoo. So I don't know. Those are a bunch of my thoughts. That's kind of what happened over the 30 days. I'm sorry, I guess, that I rambled a bit and dragged this on quite a long time. I don't know that people will really be able to get through this whole duration watch time, because it's a big ask. It's a long video, and people might just want to like hear like, what was the result, man? You know, after the 30 days, like, what did you experience? What videos did well? What videos did bad? But that's not what I came away from this experience really feeling. Yeah, I could talk about what videos did well or bad, I guess, at the end of this. The videos that were about YouTube are the ones that did the best. And I noticed that those are the ones that were shown on homepages. So that was kind of like the entryway into my channel. Like, if I talk about the experience of YouTube itself and what it's like to be a small creator, a lot of people can relate to that and they would come in for that. But when I talked about myself and my own philosophies and perspectives and my interesting and unique takes on human nature, the things that are important to me that I'm passionate about, people could take it or leave it. You know, they didn't really watch for that. They'd kind of click off very quickly. And a few of my most loyal and engaged users would watch the whole thing. I appreciate them so much for that, but it didn't really catch on. So because of all of this, I'm going to stop taking this seriously. I did make a commitment to do the 30 days, and I accomplished that. I did what I set out to do. But I won't continue. I'm not going to do the 30 days anymore. I'm just going to relax, take a little break, take a breather, and then I'm going to make what I feel like making. And I'm not going to care what the algorithm thinks, because I did my best to follow the algorithm's instructions. I did what I thought it wanted, and it didn't pay off. So I'm going to stop thinking that way. I'm not going to play by the algorithm's games anymore. I'm not going to get dragged into this slot machine and try to gamble on what video will do well or not do well. It's just so tiring. I'm not interested anymore. And YouTube doesn't really need my authentic connection anymore because it's managed to clean up the AI slop on its own. It doesn't need my help anymore for that. So I guess this is Ryan signing off. I did what I came out to do, and it didn't go quite as well as I hoped. It did do actually better than I hoped for the middle of this challenge where things were going well. But then it tapered off at the end and it didn't sustain. It didn't have like staying power. So I'm not going to keep doing it. So yeah, those are my thoughts. Sorry for the long ramble. Hope you found that interesting. And if you'd like to stick around and watch more videos in the future, I don't know what they'll be. Maybe they'll be totally different. Maybe something creative. Maybe they'll be similar. I just don't know yet. But hope you found that interesting. That was my report on my 30 days of making videos. So if you're thinking of doing something similar, posting a lot, maybe you can take a bit of a warning from what I went through. Just because things seem to be going well at first doesn't mean that they will continue that way. And you can't really rely on anything. You can't rely on YouTube to give you anything or continue on the same trajectory. That's just the way it is. That's the reality. So it's better to know what's real and adapt to what that is than keep indulging a fantasy and keep chasing after things that just aren't coming true.